Let's move on, because I want to talk about one of the biggest stories that you've never heard of. Right now, the biggest trade deal in human history is being negotiated on our behalf, and it could be signed at any minute. I'm talking about a thing called the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. This is a trade deal made up of 12 countries from 4 different continents, all bordering the Pacific Ocean. All up, these 12 countries are responsible for almost 40% of the world's trade and have a combined population of about 800 million. To put that in context, that's 725,295 times the number of people who like my band Robot Child on Facebook. Yeah, I'm in a band too. Seems unrealistic, that's how our graphics would work. The point of this trade deal, like all trade deals, is to make trading cheaper and easier for trading partners. And that is officially all we know, because the TPP is being negotiated in secret by the Australian government, much to the dismay of the Australian Chamber of Commerce, the Australian Medical Association and the Australian government. Wait, what?
It's all shrouded in bloody secrecy. I mean, I would like to know what the details are.
Like Bill Heffernan, I'd also like to know the details, and so would Australian consumers. Here is Zoya Sheftalovich from the consumer group Choice, being filmed by a cameraman who's just discovered the zoom function on his camera.
Unlike other free trade agreement negotiations, it's been completely secret. We've had some really worrying leaks.
Our Trade Minister, Andrew Robb, seen here riding a lion because I learned how to use Photoshop today, is negotiating this deal in secret and refuses to release the details from the negotiations. As a result, just about everything we know about the TPP, like that it might increase the cost of drugs for Australians or that it could heighten our chances of mad cow disease, all of that has come from this guy. That is terrifying. It's WikiLeaks that has revealed that the TPP will likely include the introduction of something called an ISDS, or Investor State Dispute Settlement. Now, that's a clause that allows foreign corporations to sue governments that introduce policy that hurts their business. So, if, for example, Australia introduced policy that banned the use of a pesticide because it was found to give koalas an even worse case of chlamydia than the chlamydia that most of them already have, then the foreign owner of that product could sue our government for its lost profits, which would be paid for by Australian taxpayers. ISDS clauses sound crazy, especially when you use the chlamydia-laden koala example. And indeed, the Productivity Commission has raised serious concerns about ISDS clauses. But, as Andrew Robb points out,
the way it's presented, it's as though this ISDS is some new phenomenon. The fact of the matter is, we've had investor-state dispute settlement mechanisms in place now for 30 years.
Which is true. We've had them in 28 different trade deals before. But right now, using an ISDS clause from a trade deal formed with Hong Kong in 1993, the Australian government is being sued for billions of dollars by the Hong Kong arm of Philip Morris. Why? For introducing plain packaging cigarettes in a bid to reduce smoking. Because apparently we breached their rights by not letting them brand their cancerous product, which kills more than 15,000 Australians every year. Put simply, if Philip Morris is successful, us taxpayers will pay Philip Morris billions of dollars for stopping them from killing us. But, as Andrew Robb points out,
we've had one case in 30 years.
And again, that is true, but here's what Andrew Robb isn't saying. We've never had an ISDS clause with America. When John Howard introduced the free trade agreement with the US in 2004, Howard insisted it be taken off the table. And the reason why America is so special? Well, like going to a ball game or holding our chlamydia bears. More than anyone, Americans love it.
There's been a big increase in the overall use of ISDS. There's now over 600 outstanding cases, and 130 of them are from US companies. They are actually the single most frequent users of it.
Am I the only one that thinks this stuff is crazy? Well, no. Europeans protested a similar trade deal in January, and the European Commission decided to release the details, all because they received some correspondence in opposition to the trade deal.
I get very little correspondence, I've got to say, in opposition to the TPP.
We can change that, you and I. We did ask the Minister to join us to discuss our concerns, but he was busy, so I guess if he won't come to us, we should go to him. If you care about the potential of taxpayers being forced to pay companies like Philip Morris compensation thanks to ISDS clauses, maybe you should let Andrew Robb know and ask to see the details. Maybe you should remind Andrew that if you love something, you set it free. It's time for the government to free the TPP so all Australians know what the hell is being negotiated on our behalf.